I was trying to think and talk with Cindy a little bit about whether we had ever been here before, and I don't think we have. But we feel like we're among family. And after last night's celebration, I told your DS that we want to join this district.
All right.
There's just no question that God is at work here. And He's alive. And He's doing some great things. And you can't hide it. I mean, you cannot hide it when God is at work. And we're excited to come and share with you just a little bit more even, building on your DS's report last night. What a powerful, powerful indicator of the work of God across the state. The fingerprint of none less than Yahweh, the creator God of the universe in our midst, and watching and leading us as He moves us forward is a phenomenal thing. We're just flying in frantically. We're here for a few hours and then we're flying on. Pray for us as we head out to Nebraska this afternoon. But to be here for a few hours and to connect with you and to see what God's doing is a great privilege for us. We're especially excited for the emphasis and the focus on cross-cultural and cross-language barriers that are being broken as you move forward. To us, that really speaks to where God has been moving in our own lives. Now, I want to do something this morning that I don't think anybody else should do. Don't try this at home. I'm allowed to do this because I'm flying in and flying out. But I'm going to actually correct your district superintendent. Don't do this. If I heard him right, he said something in part of his report last night about this is like being a missionary. And I want to remove the word like. What I was listening to is being a missionary.
Amen.
Folks, what you are doing and what I am witnessing is mission word. And that is what God Almighty is calling every one of us to.
Amen.
Rest assured, if you are a born-again believer here this morning, if you know Him personally as Abba Father through Jesus Christ, His Son, you are a missionary to a hurting world. You are a missionary to your families. You are a missionary to your children and the next generations. Different cultures, different people, different languages. We're trying to learn yours here. Different people around you, neighborhoods. God is a missionary God, and He's calling you to be a missionary. He might be calling you to a foreign field somewhere, and if He is great, there's no greater privilege. Come with us. Let's go. But if not, rest assured you are called to no less radical a missionary service right where He has placed you. And we celebrate with you your recognition of that as you march forward following His lead. We're excited about your direct involvement with the Spanish and the Portuguese and the Korean and even the English. Do you know that English is not my first language? Do you know there's probably quite a few people here this morning who don't have English as their first language? We still like English. We think English is okay. I'm trying to learn it. But there's a world out there full of non-English speakers. And I think we're going to have a mix of all of it in heaven.
Amen.
Amen.
In the place where God has us right now across the 7 island nations of the South Pacific, one of those countries alone, just one of them, the country of Papua New Guinea, has over 800 documented languages that are not English. We are still trying to learn all of them. You guys are not praying for us enough. Please pray for us more. As we're getting older and the hair's falling out, it's harder and harder to learn these languages. 1/1000th of the world's population in the island nation of Papua New Guinea, 1/1000th, about 7 million, and yet 1 out of every 10 documented languages on earth in that one country. Aren't you glad that God speaks them all?
Amen.
He speaks them all right to the heart of humanity when we show up, not with facts and information, but with the heart of Jesus to a hurting world. That's the language God speaks, and it breaks down the barriers. As we go to these different countries and we're privileged to represent you out there, we come back now and we want to give you a little bit of a glimpse in these minutes this morning of what you are involved in outside of this state. We've been out there, we've been looking for who does that work belong to? It belongs to nobody if it doesn't belong to you. It is your work. And in each of these different countries and cultures and languages, they have their unique greetings. Now, we are still trying to learn yours. Y'all. But out there, each one has its own nuances, but I've never been able to get away from the very first ones that I remember. The languages of the Nguni tribes of southern Africa, where I was born and raised. And specifically this greeting, and I'm going to teach it to you here this morning, so I hope you came to learn something. Here it is. Sawubona.
Salubana.
Very good. I had 4 people try to learn it. God, pray for me here. Sawubona.
Salubana.
Very good. You guys are going to make excellent Africans. Sawubona. And this is what it means. I see you. But it's more than just, okay, with my eyes I see. It means my world has stopped. And here in front of me is you. And you come, and I recognize that you come with all that makes you who you are. Your story. All of your background. And I, as best as I can, see you. Folks, this morning, as best as we can, Sawubona. We see you. We like that. I like that. Because it resonates with my theology. We don't serve some distant deity overlooking the embankments of some far-off heaven. We serve a God who has walked the paths of Galilee and Samaria, the Carolinas. He has come where we are. He is Emmanuel. And he says to me, Harmon, this morning, and he says to you this morning, whoever you are this morning here, he knows you by name, and he says to you, Sawubona, I see you.
Thank you, Jesus.
And he comes with a love that takes him to the cross so that our problems can be solved and we can know him personally.
As missionaries, our prayer is that as we go, we will see people where they are. And sometimes that takes us to some dark and sad, lonely places, because that's where people are hurting, and that's where we want to go. And we love the stories we heard last night about the places that you guys are going that are dark and sad, and where there's hurting people, and you're going and you're seeing them. As we go, and you know this as you go, the strength to do that comes from knowing we have been seen. We have been seen by the Creator of the universe. And as he reminds us that, we're able to continue to see. Sometimes he does that through us seeing each other. Sometimes he does that. He sees me through Harmon's eyes. We see you through his eyes. And he comes alongside and helps us to do that. Not too long ago, I was in downtown Suva, the capital of Fiji, and I'd gotten a notice that I had a package waiting for me at the post office. I had a friend with me. She's a missionary with a different group, not a Nazarene, but she was with me, and so we were just going to go pick up the package and then go on to lunch. And I picked up the package and I said, "Oh, it's from Lynx." She said, "Who's Lynx?" I said, "Well, it's just this is the package." And so I opened it, and there was some M&Ms, in the Church of Nazarene, we get connected with districts who have churches on that district that then commit to pray for us and to send us things to encourage us and just to stay in touch. And it's just kind of a personal touch where we know we're being seen and they know what we're doing, and it's kind of personal. She began to cry. She said, we don't have anything like that. I cannot imagine what that would mean. Here where we feel so far away from everybody and we wonder, does anybody even know what we're doing? Just a box full of M&Ms and cards from kids that spoke not only to me, but to her to see that can happen. My role as missionary ties right into that. I serve as the Regional Member Care Coordinator for Asia Pacific region, and my calling, my passion, is to help our missionary team members know that they are seen. This takes a lot of different forms. We try to do resiliency training. We try to be aware of the different traumas and crises that come their way. We try to come alongside when they are grieving over the loss of a family member and they're far away. We try to offer support to the MKs as they come back to the States to go to college, and then support for the parents who stay behind and have to deal with that. It's a lot of the same life kind of things that you guys deal with, but sometimes when you're far away, it's hard to remember that you're being seen. And so my role is to come alongside and to make sure that our team stays strong. We believe you can't give what you don't have. So we try to make sure they stay full of the awareness of God's love and His strength, so that they can serve long term and be the most effective as possible. Thank you for the way you come alongside us to do that.
So some of the questions that we have is, who are you and why are you here? Good question. If you've been a part of the Church of the Nazarene for very long, you know that in the Church of the Nazarene, we are Christian. We will not entertain heresies. We know what it means to be Christian. And we believe that God sent His Son, Jesus, to save the lost world and to create a way for us to have a personal relationship with the living God of the universe. And if that is true, He didn't just come to do that to save us from hell, but He came to give us life abundantly and to give us a life that starts right now in its transformative power. We are all about holiness. This is a holy God. He begins to shape us and mold us and change us into the image of God, that the love of God would so permeate us that we could not stay the same.
Amen.
And if that's true, we can't be quiet about it. We're missional. We've got to tell people,
That's
our
right.
family, our neighbors, and folks, we've got to go to the ends of the earth. We can't be quiet about it. In the Church of the Nazarene, you are Christian, your holiness, and you're missional. And we're here as especially part of that missional aspect of what it means to be Nazarene. You're sending over 800 of us out from the Carolinas to the ends of the earth, and you've been doing it for well over 100 years. And we're just here to give you a little bit of a report on what you're doing out there. Folks, the need is great. As darkness sweeps the world, the enemy is fighting for the soul of man with everything that he has. You don't need to be convinced of that. Probably you can see it in your own circles right at home, where the enemy is doing everything he can to bring discouragement, to take people astray, to bring darkness and hopelessness. Aren't you glad that we serve a God who has brought victory?
Amen.
He's won the victory.
Yes.
We serve a victorious God. And we do not fight against flesh and blood. And folks, the gates of hell will not prevail. And we're part of coming back to you and letting you know that in the darkness of the world's corners, the furthest ones out there, you're a part of bringing the light and the life and the hope of Jesus, and that hope is changing lives.
That's right.
Life after community, after village, after nation out there. Sometime back, I was in your hospital. Did you know you have a hospital? When people ask you, tell us about your little local Nazarene church, I hope Hospital in Papua New Guinea. We serve over 60,000 people a year. What does your church do? We also got 9 clinics. We've also got 4 institutions of higher education. We got 46 Nazarene missionaries out there. Over 1,000 Nazarene churches. It's part of our church's local ministry. And I'm just talking about my 2 fields that I'm responsible for. We've got 32 fields around the world. Folks, it's real. It's what God's doing out there. A while back, I was in your hospital in the center of the deep highlands interior of Papua New Guinea. It's called Kujuk Nazarene Hospital. It just made a general hospital for the province of Jawaka there. I was in there and we were doing some work with the people and a short message of God's good news, the good news that Jesus loves them. And then we were going from bed to bed and asking anybody if they wanted us to pray with them. And this one woman motioned to me and I walked up to her and sat on the side of her bed. The beds were close together. And through an interpreter, she says, "What? I just want to know again, I don't understand. Who is Jesus? Who is he?" And I tried to explain. Who is this one called Jesus? You try. You try in a world where there are those that have never heard of one called Jesus. She said, I want to know who he is. And I was trying to explain as best I could. Why would he love me? He doesn't know me. He doesn't know what I come from. I tried to explain. Her name was Betty. The interpreter told me, "Betty, Jesus loves you. He really does." She began to cry. Through the interpreter told me as he was finding out, "Brother Harmon, Betty is number 3 wife of a man. Number 1 wife held her down yesterday as her husband attacked her. And the doctors this morning had to remove the rest of her right leg. But they saved her. And this lady on the bed next to Betty's bed, she is also one of 3 wives. And number 2 wife stabbed her 7 times yesterday. But the doctors saved her children. I did my best to share the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ into a dark, dark world. And then went on. And sometime later, Dr. James Radcliffe, chief surgeon there for 30-something years, he told me, "Hey, Harmon, I heard that you were talking and sharing with Betty. Evidently, you didn't do your job real well, Harmon, because I had to actually go and lead her to Christ." Hey, we don't care who gets the credit as long as they get to know Jesus.
That's right.
Amen.
We got a good relationship back and forth. And so, sometime later, and Betty's radiance just changed. I mean, from despair, you can just imagine the world. Despair to radiant. Her husband found out about it. He sent a runner to the hospital. "Betty, if you come back to the village, I will kill you." Found out that Betty had lived. Sometime later, her leg was fixed and with crutches set up by you guys and provided by you guys. She was on her way out, and Jim, the surgeon, Jim stopped her and said, "Wait a minute, I heard that your husband sent word that if you go back to the village, he's going to kill you. You're going back to the village?" Yes, Brother Jim, I'm going back to the village. How could I ever be quiet about this incredible God who loves us so much? I've got to tell them. Folks, the need is great.
Amen.
You are responding to that need, and the impact of your response is changing life after life after life in the name of Jesus. Praise be
Amen.
to God.
Amen.
Sometimes we do question-answer sessions, and that's always a lot of fun. But one of the questions I get asked sometimes, that's one of my favorite, is, "Cindy, what are your personal core values, and how do they show up in your assignment as a missionary?" A couple of my personal core values are authenticity and presence. I think think that if I can't be who I actually really am, in my current walk with God, in my current journey with Him, being shaped, being refined, and if I can't be that, then I'm trying to be something else, and He doesn't need me to be something else. I also think He needs me to be present, right where I am. As a missionary, it would be real easy for me to come here and have my heart overseas. That's where our work is. That's where the people are that we serve. And I could just kind of come in here and keep you at a distance and leave my heart there. Or when I'm over there, I can say, well, you know, my kids and grandkids are in the States, and that's where my heart is. And I could end up never really being where I am. And I don't want to do that. Jesus is Emmanuel. God is with us. That means He's with us here right now this morning. And if He's here and I'm not, I'm going to miss what He's got for us right here.
Yes.
And so I try to remember that no matter where I'm at. We sometimes are coming and going, but God reminds me, I need you to be right where you are all the time, because if you're not, you're going to miss what I'm doing right there. Not too long ago, I found myself in a circle of a group of women. There were 12 of us, and we were just going around and sharing what God meant to us, what He was doing in our lives, and the ways that He was showing up, the things that were different about us because of Him, the difference that He was making. It was a really unusual circumstance because all 12 of those women were right then serving a life sentence for conviction of murder in a prison in one of the main cities where we work. And so I was touched by the story of the prison ministry. And in that moment, I saw Jesus in them. I didn't expect to see Jesus there. When I went there, I was going to share and I was going to do my best, but I saw Him there. In the eyes of those ladies as they talked about what it had meant, all 12 of them, to come to know Him in that place. And I was so blessed just to hear them tell their story, and it has just been such a reminder to me. Don't miss me. Don't miss me where I'm at, Cindy. See me in everyone, and don't be somewhere else. So that's one of the ways that value shows up in my assignment.
Sometime back, I was in a tabernacle filled with people. It was at least the size of this. And I was on the front seat down here. I was the only white face in the entire crowd. And in front of me was this wild looking guy. Now, folks, I've seen a lot of wild looking guys. I've seen a lot of wild looking guys in your malls. This guy even looked wilder than them. And next to him was another wild looking guy. I found out the next to him guy that looked wild was his pastor. John looked pretty wild. And John was interpreting for the wild guy. And so this wild guy started talking, and he seemed to be talking specifically to me. It's like this crowd of people filled the tabernacle, but he's talking to me. And he says, they told me I was supposed to testify today. And I asked them, what is testify? Well, just tell the people what God is doing in your life. And so I agreed. I had no idea what I was doing, but I agreed. And so, missionary, I want to tell you what God's doing in my life. Yesterday, John and I came in across, we finally finished the last of crossing 16 rivers to get to what they called a road. And we got on what they refer to, missionary, you're not going to believe this, they refer to it as a truck. And we came to this place that they are calling a town. And missionary, I have never seen these things before. Missionary, they tell me that you are not from here. And that beyond this tabernacle, there are more Nazarenes. Missionary, there's more. Beyond the waters, beyond the horizon, there's more. That's what they told me. And sometimes you go talk to them. Well, missionary, when you go talk to them next time, I want you to tell them, thank you. Thank you for my clothes. But he seemed to be pretty proud of him. And he says, missionary, these are the first clothes that I have ever owned. And these are the first clothes I've ever had on. And I got them yesterday. Well, folks, that's even unusual for out there. So he had my attention right now. And he says, I also want you to tell them thank you for sending John. Because John was the first one to ever reach us deep in what is literally categorized in that nation as the, quote, heathen lands. Deep in there where his tribe was. John was the first one in. And when John came, he came from the outside world, and John began to watch what we were doing. We welcomed him in. And we began to tell John, he was asking questions. And we began to tell him, as he saw that we lived in fear. And we told him that we were fearful of one by the name of Satan. And that Satan had ruled in fear as long as we had ever known. Our fathers and their fathers and their fathers before them. And Satan would leave us alone, but then he would come back. And we would try to appease him. We would kill the pigs. We would do different things. We would try to do everything we could to appease him. And he would seem to be appeased for a while, and he'd leave us alone. But then he would come back. And we were filled with fear. And John told us, I know about Satan. We know about him. But you need to know something. Satan, he's got a lot of power. But he is not all powerful.
That's right.
He's got some strength, but he is not all strong. He is not God. There is only one God, the creator God of the universe, Yahweh, the creator God of the universe, and there is none like him. He is God and God alone. Satan is created. He has temporary power and he has limitations to those. You need to know the God of the universe, and the God of the universe does not rule by fear. The God of the universe is a God of unfathomable love, and he loves you more than you can imagine. He loves you so much that he sent his son Jesus out of his love, so that through the life and the death and the resurrection of his son Jesus, you might know God personally and have a relationship with him, and you might be set free. He came to set the captives free. God's message to you is fear not, for
Amen.
I have redeemed you. Whatever it is that brings fear, fear not. I have redeemed you, and I know you by name, he says. And John began to tell us about this incredible God, and we began to fall in love with this God. And so John talked to us about what it meant to become part of God's family, and his family began to grow in our part of the world. And eventually he taught me to come out to this strange world here and to meet with more of you. And when I first came here, they showed us where we were going to sleep, and I knew that I was going to die. Because in this same building complex, women sleep. Missionary, you know, everybody knows, if you ever sleep in the same compound as women, you will die. I have seen it. You will surely die. And I thought, oh, I'm going to die. I'm going to die here. They brought me here to die. No. This God is a faithful God. He is a powerful God. He is strong enough. Fear not, fear not, fear not. And so I decided I wouldn't run away. I would stay, and then they fed us. Tonight, because it was a woman feeding us. They had been involved in preparing the food and serving the food. A missionary, we've always known, if women touch the food, you will die. Missionary, I've seen it my whole life. And I went over there to the wall of the tabernacle, and I sat down on the floor, leaning up against the wall. Missionary, I was physically shaking, and I was filled with fear. And I thought, no, I'm going to die tonight. And then I remembered what John had said, fear not, this God is a God who breaks the chains. He sets the captives free. And so I said, oh God, if I die into your arms. And I took the cow, I took the sweet potato, and I pushed it into my mouth. Look, missionary, I'm alive. This is a powerful God. says, I have redeemed.
Amen.
And out there, you are part of taking this incredible truth to a hurting world. And that world, one by one by one, not through proclamations, but through personal relationships that love people into the kingdom of God. You are powerfully at work around the world out there. How many? We should know the answer to that. I mean, Doc, we're supposed to have the statistics. That's part of our Nazarene faith. Don't tell anybody. I hope this isn't being recorded. We don't know. We don't know. How many people? How many churches? I was at a pastor's conference in one of our countries, and they've been walking in for days, and they're excited, man. They've done a lot to get there. And I'm meeting with one of these wiry little pastors, and I'm saying, I've got my list of stuff, and I said, your name is such and such. Yes, Brother Harmon, I am Pastor so-and-so. Oh, praise the Lord. And where did you come from? He said, Brother Harmon, do you see that mountain range? Yes, of course I see the mountain range. I've got glasses, I'm getting old, but I can see it. He says, beyond that, there's another mountain range. I don't know if you can, but yes, I can see the second mountain range. Beyond that, there's some clouds. Yes, I can see the clouds. And just on the other side of the clouds, sticking up, there's a third mountain. Brother Harmon, you probably can't. I can see the third mountain range over there. He says, it's beyond that. I said, wow, okay, and you pastor such and such a church? Yes, Brother Harmon, I am the senior pastor of such and such a church. I pastor that church, and I pastor that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. I said, where are those on my list? He says, Brother Harmon, I do not know about your list, but I know God said, go into all the world. We have a commission. Cross the next river. Cross the next mountain. Get to the next village. Don't let anything stop you in the name of Jesus. We have been going to the next ones, and the next ones, and the next ones, and someday your list is going to catch up with you.
Amen.
And we don't know how many churches we got. Well over 1,000 out there. Cindy and I get to one of the bush churches up behind the mission station a while back, and we crammed into it. It's got woven bamboo walls, thatch roof. It's about the size of this center section right here. No furniture. Folks, you can fit more people in if you get rid of this furniture. It's packed. I tell Quentin, my son, I say, kiddo, listen, count the people for Dad. He goes and he counts them. He comes back, he says, there's 129 people in here, Dad. So afterwards, I get a hold of the pastor. Are you such and such? Yes, Brother Harmon, I am the senior pastor of this church. Well, praise the Lord. I said, but this says that this church has a membership of 29 and an average Sunday morning worship attendance of 32. Yes, Brother Harmon, praise the Lord. I said, was this an average Sunday morning worship time? Yes, Brother Harmon, praise the Lord. Sorry that we could not get more people here. I said that there was more than 32 people here this morning. No, Brother Harmon. Yes, there was. No, Brother Harmon. Yes, there was. Sometimes we have communication problems. Do you guys ever have communication problems? I said, we counted 127 people. He said, no, Brother Harmon, do you see that lady over there? Yes, I see the lady over there. She did not bring her husband again. She does not count. Brother Harmon, do you see that man over there? Yes, I see the man over there. He was supposed to bring the chief again. He was supposed to bring the chief's brother again. He did not do it again. He does not count. Brother Harmon, do you see that group of people, that is the youth, in our part of the world? If you are not married currently, you are a youth. If you'd like to be a youth, come to our part of the world. Age is irrelevant. Most have no idea when they were born anyway. Doesn't matter. Who cares? He says, those are youth. They don't count. I said, brother, no. I said, in America, we count everybody. We count everybody. We count people that have been dead for 10 years. So we're still trying to teach them how to be good Nazarenes. Praise the Lord. sing a new song, saying, "Worthy art thou to take the book and to break the seals, because thou wast slain, and didst purchase for God with thy blood men from every tribe and tongue and nation and people, and there was never any greater privilege than being able to be a part of it all." God bless you folks. Thanks for listening.